Okay, so I'm clearly full of crap about when I'm going to start. Started a little bit late because I got sidetracked. Whoops. Sidetracked again, but we are here now. So the plan for next time is to start off. Probably going to start a little bit earlier than 8 p.m. What I'm planning on doing is moving in. There we go. Moving in on Sakuya, where are you? Okay. Starting up at maybe 7:30, and for a little bit I'm going to read and just do prep work. So I'm going to read from a book that I like, or just kind of as a warm-up. I keep looking for, you know, I've been here already. I think just follow along the stream, I should be where I need to be. And then after the warm-up, where I'm just gonna read, I will just get started on streaming whatever it is I was planning on streaming with that particular day. I'm just trying to be a little bit more organized and setting more firm start times, because there's really no point in saying that, oh, I'm going to start at finally found the map. I'm gonna start at, you know, whenever o'clock, and just people would be waiting for hours, and I have no idea when I'm going to start. People are busy, people have their own schedules, and it's just not going to work. I can't just ask for people's time like that. So we're going to be yes, I know. I still love that. I still love how she stomps enemies to death. Anyway, my controls might be My game might be a little bit off today because I've been playing some Bloodborne and learning the controls on that game. I bought a European Collector's Edition because I really liked the items that came with that. And of course all of the codes have expired. One of them has been made free since that time. Vessels. Not sure if vessel is the correct name. What do I have? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Saturn. I have a lot. Tokai's book, volume 1. Tokai's neatly written research report. Investigation of the Gaki. Experiments. Examine characteristics of Gakis. Conditions. Used a fellow seer for comparison purposes. Arranged for a battle in enclosed area to assess the Gaki's strength accurately. Result. A Gaki was defeated. The power of the cards and fans appears to be effective. Gakis are relatively weak. However, their endurance is something to behold. It's information that potentially would have been useful. Giant cocoon is pulsating. I'm just gonna casually walk past it. I don't understand why this game didn't do too well. This is I would think that horror fans back in the early 2000s probably would have eaten this up. Agaki's body lies here. It appears to have been defeated in battle. Tokai's report, volume 3, Tokai's neatly written research report. Investigation of cocoons and corpses. Experiment. Investigate the relationship between corpses and cocoons and their food. Condition. 1. Find 2 identical wicker chests. 2. Remove food victim from one chest during experiment. Results. When the food victim was removed from one chest, only an incomplete union took place. The creature died. Oh, crap. Something was crawling on my foot. I'm pretty sure it was just a roach. This is the south. They're fairly common here, especially when it rains. They all move inside. Anyway, results. When the food victim was removed from one chest, only an incomplete union took place. The creature died at once after it emerged. Food inside the chests, especially the silkworms, seems crucial to the resurrection. The silkworms in this mulberry tree must be endowed with magic powers. Sounds okay. Test. wanted it to be like that. The wooden panel attached to the Gaki's corpse is blocking the path. Well, step over it. It's simple, yet seems comfortable. Could this be Itsuki's room? Saguruku board. Old Saguruku board used by Otsuki. Found it. We found it. Now we can play Saguruku. Otsuki diary. Otsuki's diary. Flowers decorate its cover. April 21st. Another day passed, but father didn't return. I went indoors for a walk, hoping that it would lift my spirits. The irises in the garden are about to bloom. The thought that they might bloom tomorrow made me a little more cheerful. April 22nd. It's been drizzling since morning. I can't look after the irises in the rain. Korea stayed in her room because her body hurts when it rains. I saw a cuckoo land under the eaves. How nice that he sings even in the rain. April 23rd. It rained against day. Not a heavy rain, but a light, steady one. Leafing through father's book, I found a poem about a cuckoo. They say cuckoos are sentimental about the past. My past is the same as my present. I've never felt here. I'd like to see what's outside. April 24th. I learned a poem recently. I recited till it annoyed my sister, so I stopped and wrote it down. The village of scattered blossoms, the cuckoo sings for many days, of unrequited love in those saved. I wish my sister were as kind to me as she used to be. April 26th. My sister's cough has gotten worse. Bring me a crow, she said. Why do you want a crow? Never mind, just bring me one, she kept saying. I can't go outside and leave my sister alone. This is all my fault. Dokai's book, Volume 2, Dokai's neatly written research report. Investigation of the silk. Experiment. Compare silk threads sealed on doors with cocoons in the wicker chest. Conditions. Use the cocoons still occupied by a human. Use thread remaining after seal had been broken. Investigative viscidity. I think that might be viscosity. Viscidity? Viscidity, noun, the physical property of being viscous. So yeah, viscosity. Viscidity is another word. Strength and magical power. Results. Some difference in viscidity. Silk thread still stronger. Higher magical properties in silk thread. Cocoons and silk thread are very similar in nature. Was this silk thread spun from cocoons? Thanks, Tokai. Even though you are a complete ass. There's the door. feel like something great is waiting for us up there, so let's just go ahead and go. Seal Neptune. I think first we have to discover the hole before something can trigger to allow us to open it. And I think both of these, no matter if you play Yin or Yang, it assumes that you didn't play the other one. I think the Kuon phase is going to be different. Hello, what is there? There's a lot of good stuff. River fish are being dried here. Just walked past it. Oh, and this hole is already open. Yeah, I think if I go in there now, it won't give me the opportunity to explore other parts of the other parts of this map, so I'm going to do that first. I don't like when games do that. I don't like when games just kind of railroad you into a Uranus, kind of direct you into a certain direction, and then just decide to say, oh, sorry, you already triggered this. You can't go back and play the rest of the game. So then it's either you really hope that you actually saved your game, what's this? I guess it doesn't matter. I can't explore everything else. I can't. I'm not sure if I remember what I'm supposed to be looking for. I think it was a mirror, so I can put it on the shrine outside of that waterfall, at the bottom of the cliff where Kureha fell. Let's go back to having a heart attack. Kureha's diary, blood-spattered diary kept by Kureha. May 12th, when I fell off the cliff, I thought I was going to die, but when I came through, there wasn't even a scratch on me. I thought it was strange awakening in the wicker chest. I asked Utsuki about it, all she did was cry. So sweet of her to be worried. October 3rd, I've been feeling tired and weak for the past 2 days. Utsuki keeps asking me if I'm alright. She mustn't find out how bad I really feel. October 13th, there are strange marks all over my body. I'm hiding them the best I can. I'm sure my flesh is starting to rot. I've caught that horrible disease. I've looked in all my books, but they don't mention it. Utsuki keeps asking me how I feel. I don't like lying. October 25th, yesterday I met some twins. I don't know when they arrived, but they told me that to sleep with the silkworms in the chest for a night. Maybe. I was dreaming, but I was desperate, so I did as they said. When I awoke, my body felt normal. There must have been manifestations of the mulberry god. November 5th, I played with Utsuki today for the first time in a while. Perhaps because I hadn't been active for some time, I felt flushed even when night fell. March 4th, everything will be alright, the twins said, that I'll get better if I get inside the cocoon again. They said to look for a rat this time, rather than a silkworm. I must hurry or my arm will rot and fall off, or maybe my legs. I envy Utsuki for her soft, healthy limbs, healthy arms, legs, and neck. July 4th, when I mentioned the twins to father, he told me about a ritualistic practice involving resurrection and cocoons. He said that a revived corpse will start to rot, at which point it must become a cocoon, each time fusing with a larger creature. This needs to be done 9 times. April 27th, when I woke up inside the wicker chest, I realized that it was Utsuki who pushed me off the cliff. She talks nonsense about irises and poems while I am in agony, my body beginning to rot. I wish I had her healthy skin. Giant cocoon has ruptured. It would be nice if I saw what was going on, game. A blood-stained cloth was found on Dokai. Sacred cloth Mars bloodstains removes seal Mars. That was a waste. Sorry, spider buddy. That is really one thing that I definitely do not miss from the early 2000s, and in fact a lot of games from today, and that is the fire fan. That's some frankly awful camera angles. There's a writing on the wall. It appears to be a poem. The dampness has caused it to blur, making it unreadable. Oh, there is a lot here. Wooden handle valuable when used in the correct place. Yeah, I'm sure. Doman's book, Volume 1, documents written by Doman concerning silkworms. My investigation of the silkworms worshipped at the shrine are nothing like ordinary silkworms. The parents of the silkworms at the shrine are incarnations of the two mulberry trees. The mulberries on the trees are their eggs. Silkworms born from them have magical powers. They can bring back the dead, but this means they must feed from humans. This dark magic suits me perfectly. When the fusion of flesh has occurred 9 times, the spell shall be perfected. When I've mastered this magical formula, you will whore yourself before me. Doman's memorandum written by Doman about Kurea. Kurea seems to have entered into a cocoon. Those twins certainly have interesting ideas. She's my daughter, after all. I'm sure her silk threads will be finer than those spun by the sick people in the hut. Kurea seems different from the others. Perhaps she's the daughter of the elder priest. Now the cards cannot help her, nor will the weapons supposedly endowed with magic powers work. Anyone who encounters her had better run in the other direction. Spell card. Sienyin Seka. Powerful spell piercing an enemy with icy shards. Summer's Wrath. So I'm guessing that's what the wooden handle is for. How many sacred cloths of Mars did I have? I have a lot, but not the ones I need, apparently. Bye, boat. I'm gonna quickly check a few things because I think I want to see that I think I can access something else now. Going to once again walk through the nightmare that is Kureha's room. Neptune. I think the way out of here is Neptune as well. Uranus. I guess that's it. Pretty sure that's Kureya's room. We still haven't figured out what got out of this cocoon. I guess they gave you the option of exploring those spots if you really wanted to. There's no real reason to fight either of those gods. You know, I want to try those ice shards. Which I probably have a lot of. I actually don't. Let's see what my old friends did. If it wasn't overwhelmingly obvious that Kureya is... something's not right about her. That's not where I wanted to go. So strange. There's a trail of fresh blood. Sakuya, what do you expect to find in that box? rapidly running out of healing items. Quite a bit of damage and rapidly running out of equipment. There's a blood-stained cloth inside the chest. Uranus. I thought that there was a fight with Kurei and I was going to have to do something like a runaway. I didn't think that I didn't know if there was anything I could do. That's why I spazzed out and tried to run away at first. But yeah, spamming spiders and fireballs seems to be a winning strategy here. Not sure what kind of fusion that was supposed to be, but Dokai is definitely dead. He was a jerk to me the entire time. Doesn't really not gonna say it doesn't bother me that he died, but I am not I hear you. with that already. I have to go walk through this living nightmare again. That slowly drains my sanity the more time I spend in it. So the entrance to the shed was blocked by Neptune. I think the way back towards the waterfall is Uranus. And I can always climb back up there just to make sure. Mildly frustrating camera angles. Let's just check really quick. I'm pretty sure the shed is blocked by Neptune. Yeah, Neptune. I think this is where we are supposed to go, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna meet something really stupid in the garden. I don't have anything to say about the bushes. I don't blame you. There's a row of decapitated Jesus statues. How could anyone do such an act? Saving here is probably wise. How many vessels do we have? We have like 9 vessels. That's ridiculous. May as well save. I haven't died yet, but I've been a lot more militant, and I think it's starting to Bye, boat. I think it's starting to get back at me. Bye, boat. There's a bridge right here, right? I heard the disc spinning earlier and kind of skipping. I thought it was skipping over itself. When I was first here in the yin phase as Utsuki, I thought I was hallucinating. Or rather, Utsuki was just hallucinating the entire thing because I felt like you were in a sort of supposed to lose. The waterfall's mist is heavy, making visibility difficult. I thought I woke up here. Wasn't this where I was supposed to be? Why would you put a label right there? That is the worst place to put a label. I'm perfectly aware of why they had the screwy camera angles. It was because of limitations of the hardware, and they couldn't just render everything like they could with like they could have with more modern games on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Yeah, sorry about that. Maybe I was supposed to get something up higher on the floodgates. I've never actually heard a rope sound like that. I have no idea how they make that sound. Maybe you're supposed to control the floodgates somehow, and that affects what's going on below. Oh, okay. Here we go. There's Kureya watching me. There's the reflection water from the moonlight. Truth mirror. Mirror mounted on a plinth used for rituals. Oh, these guys again. Stop. Yeah, I honestly needed that. And now I have to go all the way back. All that stupid crap that was waiting for me, I now have to deal with it. And Kureha is busy falling apart. I like that time when Utsuki and Dokai kept walking forward while Kureha and some other random guy was attacking me, or the remains of another random guy. She honestly looked better back then. I probably could have taken her on, but I don't. I almost have no. I probably could have taken her, but I don't have any. I don't have any health items remaining in significant quantity. So for the time being, if I can avoid combat, I'm going to avoid combat, even though she deserves to be, she doesn't look like she's in that great shape anyway, so it's gonna take her a while to follow me. She's gonna have to spend some time in a box. But as we learned in the Yin phase, that ritual was designed for silkworms, and while it does work for other things, it doesn't really work the way you want it to. I have a feeling I should probably save, because I know something stupid is going to be waiting for me at the bottom of that cliff. Bye, boat. we're gonna have to fight Dokai and you. Oh wow.
解雇の苦は死人をよみがえらせ病に侵す白い解雇の潜む神木。これでも見栄となるものが生まれることもないか。
Yeah, Kureha is going to be really unhappy when she finds out that you did that. Gee, I don't know. The truth mirror is housed in a plinth in the shrine. Underground north. Oh, great. Get to navigate this trash again. Who keeps putting these maps around the Hi boat. The map in the for the little travelers area actually made sense. Drop anything? You're so useless. Yoshimaru's notes 3, Yoshimaru's servant's boy writing on a leaf. Now I know what's happening. The manor has become a huge silkworm nest. I'm a silkworm too, a silkworm who spins a cocoon. That's nice. Please be health objects. That's also useful. Frankly. I wish I had the dog summoning cards that I gave to Itsuki because she clearly wasn't finding any use from them, especially while her sister was strangling her. And getting ready to throw her off and throwing her off a cliff. I completely mistook where I was. Thank you. Sakuya is the only one within you sense, setting that tree on fire. That went by pretty smoothly. This is where I got trapped last time. Shimmeru's Note 4. At this spawns, I can hear everyone's voice. I can hear them calling from the vassals sailed long ago. I will be joining them soon. The vessels filled with tainted goods sailed away carrying sin. Here in the graveyard of blood, the rest of the vessels that once sailed. That's sad. I don't know why that took so many tries when I was playing Utsuki. I don't like when the color suddenly changes. Because that means something's happening. So there's a wicker chest. The lid can't be opened, perhaps sealed from the inside. Strange creature is riding inside the chest. I would kill it, honestly. Sanks of the rope, the curve is turned black and emanates a sickening odor. Well, yeah, it's been rotting for a while. The door won't open. Good, that means I don't have to bother with it. Just scavenging for potential supplies, but I'll probably find death. Kuon ruptured, revealing the remains of a gaki. Supplies? Supplies. Lots of supplies. Vessel. Elixir. Lots of good stuff. Very good stuff. Silk thread blocks the way. Why did you let me even come here then? Come on, game. You've been so good so far. This is an A+ game, by the way. I mean, there's a few control problems, and I kind of had difficulty maneuvering the first, when I first started playing, but it's not that big a deal, and if you're used to games like this, you really shouldn't have that many issues. corpse hung from a rope. It sways in a mesmerizing rhythm. Such a strange way to tie a person. Anyway, there's nothing here left for us. Anyway, especially with the map, it is extremely easy to navigate. If I recall correctly, I might fight Doman here. Back over here. You continue existing. Yeah, it was a mistake. Oh, great, and now I have to search all those areas all over again. Yeah, that was a mistake. It's okay. I don't think I was too far away. No, I was pretty far away. Yeah, that was a costly mistake. So run back into battle. Honestly, didn't have that much fight left in him. And we get an elixir for our trouble. Mishimaru's notes. Summon Headless Woman. pretty lucky here the first time. I'm not sure if I'm going to be as lucky, but we'll see. Yeah, I think they're done. I know there's a part on Silent Hill that's just like this, and I had a similar problem the first time with Utsuki. There we are. The guy gets out of that horrible place. want to go there just yet. Have to get supplies in the next room, and then I can actually go back and try not to screw up this time. I was gonna say, am I crazy? Didn't open the door, I just went the other way. Good rupture, the revealing Agaki. I thought there was something else there. Okay, so if that silk is still up there, that means that that Utsuki still hasn't passed by after being revived. Should probably feel lucky that these corpses don't just jump down off the rope and start trying to strangle me. Alright, let's move on. That one does not feel the need to run away like the last one did. Yes, I realize this is kind of cheesing it, but it cornered me into a wall, and there's no reason why Sakuya is a practical woman. Sorry, Sakuya. Sakuya is a practical woman. So I don't expect her to get let something like honor in fighting a giant silkworm get in the way of her. Gets in the way of her actually getting to where she needs to go. Back here. Okay, fine. That worked out much better. Is probably sealed. Not singing anymore, are you? Finally did something that annoyed you. Many boxes are on the shelf, most likely containing scrolls. Jupiter seal. The name Puppet for the building is much more ominous than this building actually is. Domon's book, Volume 5, written about Domon, about cocoons and the dead. Actually, entering a cocoon nine times does not revive the dead. What does happen is that the dead are reborn as their children, as mulberries. The spell has always been intended for silkworms, not for humans. Looks like you got put on your ass. Of course it won't open. Strange how Doman seem, or on the shelf are Doll's arms and legs. And whatever this is. That is also very, very useful. Puppets that are manipulated by silk. This reminds me of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, where it would put you in a you would go into a closet or something, and crumple notes scribbled by Doman. Korea's assimilation has advanced considerably. Soon the Kuon spell will be completed. I have been waiting for so long. Seime, I eagerly await your arrival. I can hardly contain my excitement at the thought of our encounter. Anyway, you would go into a closet or something, and then when you got the item you needed, you would hear stuff go on outside, and you would have to duck into a wardrobe or something. I saw something. Door won't open. Well then, where do you want me to go? I've tried every other place. Let's look at those cocoons again. I guess it wants me to go bother the cocoons again. Because yeah, that's kind of a thing that I noticed about this game, is that it's one of the few things that I have against it is that it sort of makes you backtrack, but you're just supposed to kind of guess that you're supposed to backtrack, because logically there's nothing else that's supposed to be there. There we are. I think this is where we come across Utsuki. Yep. Is not what I meant to do. Ugh. Oh, that's gonna set us back, set us so far back. Why would you not give the option to save before that? It's okay. It's okay. We'll go through it again. Hello, Daily. I have no idea how long you've been there or if you really are, but I didn't expect anybody to pop in this late. I'm gonna be an expert at the end of this. Contrary to popular belief, this game does, the combats in this game does actually take skill. Third time that I'm going through this. I'm gonna try really hard not to be stupid. Now that I expect a battle with Kureha, I think I can just yeah, I think I'm an expert at this point. getting through this specific part of the game. Not sure why I wouldn't use the bridge. To cover all these boxes. I'm honestly surprised that this game is not really didn't make it, I guess. Definitely creative. On the weird side, honestly kind of difficult to follow at times. I mean, it's not difficult to follow. As much as you feel like that the take you're getting is kind of from an unreliable source. The way things work out is not really how they work out. Spot with the dead Gaki. Some items over here. If we try to travel up there, it's gonna just tell us that the area is blocked by silk, so we don't need to go there. Should not be running, but I'm pretty sure I'm safe here, because I'm pretty sure Kureya is watching after me anyway. Or not watching after me, but stalking me in the darkness. Just out of sight. Because that's just the type of thing Kureya likes to do. Wish they had timestamps on the Not sure if I'm going to be starting part 3, but I guess it's going to depend. Of course she's upset is because I completely destroyed her ability to I'm pretty sure that destroys their ability to do their little ritual because without those silkworms they have no way of doing it. Your book lies open. I like how right here Doman just says, I have no idea what I'm doing. I also wish that you could have gotten to know some of these characters better, but I think having them be distant and just I think if that was the case, I think if they were distant and or not distant, I would have wanted them to be distant. Get just a little bit further every time. I really wish there was a save point somewhere around here. How far away is the last one? Yeah, I don't think it's feasible to go all the way back. Just a note about Doman being really happy about how Kureya is merging. Speaking of which, I should probably get ready for that fight with that little mini fight. Get my... I'm gonna summon one of her and then switch to spiders. Or maybe I should try spiders. Actually, it's a really small arena. And I can't afford to just use all of my spells, all of my spell cards. She's ridiculously strong. I wish I could save to see if I'm wasting my cards with her, but... I mean, I'm damaging her. I think this is... yeah, they don't tell you, but I think at this point this is where you're supposed to run. Stop!
月、無事だったか。この場所はいけない。そなたの姉はもう。月、助けて、お願い。やめてくれ、月。
Alright, let's start. Not sure, but it looks like neither one made it, unfortunately. Let's look at my equipment. Zenki, mythical creature with powerful attacks. Goki, creature that lacks like a living shield. Ceremonial spear, holy spear of the dragon king of 5 emperors. Yeah, I want to try whatever this thing is. Looks like it has a bit of a reach on it. So team 1 and 2 didn't quite didn't do very well. So now we're sending in team 3. Oh, that is not looking good. Something is scrawled in blood. The bloody banquet has finally ended. No one remains. Everything is gone. A woman's body lies in a pool of blood. Wonder who that was. I just realized something. It's going to make us do the Zodiac puzzle for a third time, isn't it? My blood, what fun, what fun. Something has been gnawing at the corpse. The door is broken. Yeah, I can see this. This place is ripped apart. I wish games would do a better job at telling you when you need to go ahead and use your items, because speaking of which, what do I have? Maps, some healing items, and some vessels. Okay, that's good. That's really good. It's basically what I need. Okay, so this is gonna be the plan. So, okay. So I want to start at a more standard time, so as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I'm going to focus on, beginning the stream closer to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, that's, 2000 in military time. If you, I will probably be at the helm before that. Any time that I want to have a warm-up session where I'm reading, it will help me get through some books if I read for 10-15 minutes before the stream. So that will help me warm up. That will help me I'll just share something interesting. The book I have in mind is Gormenghast. Still on the first book. I think I'm halfway through it. But I'm going to go through probably try to go through the Gormenghast trilogy, which should probably be, at that rate, I should get through it by the end of the month. After I will read for a certain amount of time, I will get into the stream. So, for instance, it'll also help me pace myself and read better, because I can read quickly, but reading quickly doesn't really lend itself well to actually reading aloud. So I just turned on the light because I prefer to play scary games in the library. So just to give an example, let me find a good spot. I think one page should be enough. Okay. The library. The library of Gormenghast was situated in the castle's eastern wing, which protruded like a narrow peninsula for distance out of all proportion to the grey hinterland of buildings from which it grew. It was about midway along this attenuated east wing that the Tower of Flints arose in scarred and lofty sovereignty over the towers of Gormenghast. At one time, this tower had formed the termination of the eastern wing, but succeeding generations had added to it. On its furthest side, the additions had begun a tradition and had created the precedent for experiment, for many an ancestor of Lord Groan had given way to an architectural whim and made an incongruous addition. For some of these additions had not even continued the easterly direction in which the original wing had started, for at several points the buildings veered off into curves or shot out at right angles before returning to continue the main trend of stone. Most of these buildings had about them the rough-hewn and oppressive weight of masonry that characterized the main volume of Gormenghast, although they varied considerably in every other way, one having at its summit an enormous stone carving of a lion's head, which held between its jaws the limp corpse of a man, on whose body was chiseled the words, "He was an enemy of Groan." Along this structure was a rectangular area of some length, entirely filled with pillars, set so closely together that it was difficult for a man to squeeze between them. Over them, at the height of about 40 feet, was a perfectly flat roof of stone slabs blanketed with ivy. The structure could never have served any practical purpose. The closely packed forest of pillars, which it was entirely filled, being completely screwed that up. This structure could never have served any practical purpose. The closely packed forest of pillars with which it was entirely filled being of service only as an excellent place in which to enjoy a fantastic game of hide and seek. That's pretty decent imagery. There are many examples of an eccentric notion translated into architecture in the spine of buildings that spread eastwards over the undulating ground between the heavy walls of conifer, but for the most part they were built for some especial purpose, as a pavilion for entertainments or as an observatory or a museum. Some in the form of halls with galleries around three sides had been intended for concerts or dancing. One had obviously been an aviary, for though derelict, the branches that had long ago been fastened across the high central hall of the building were still hanging by rusty chains, and about the floor were strewn broken remains of drinking cups for the birds. Wire netting, red with rust, straggled across the floor among rank weeds that had taken root. Except for the library, the eastern wing, from the Tower of Flints onwards, was now but a procession of forgotten and desolate relics, an Ichabod of masonry that filed silently along an avenue of dreary pines whose needles hid the sky. And already the back of my mouth is beginning to get kind of numb, so hopefully... So on Wednesday is the stream. As I said, its actual stream is going to start on 8 p.m. and at 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., somewhere between 7 and 8 I'm going to actually start, and upon starting just gonna play the game. Maybe have a cooldown session with the book as well. And I actually think that's that the sound in the background is actually perfect for this type of game, or that kind of reading, because this game is kind of this game is pretty creepy and moody, and Gormenghast is described as a gothic novel, so I think they will go together perfectly. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will stream very soon. The schedule should... sorry, I will schedule again. I will stream again on Wednesday. The schedule is up, and I actually have a time this time, and reading will be included. We are in the Kuon. We're in the Kuon phase, which is part 3, and should be done. The game should be should. I think the last part might actually go by faster. I think 3 hours. My bet is on 3 hours, but it may well extend into 4 hours. And if it does, I think that's that whatever this game was worth back in 2004, I think it was well worth it. Right after that, we're probably looking at some shooter that I feel like playing. I picked up back in this previous summer Steam sale, I picked up a Terminator shooter game that looked very pretty and came with high reviews. Speaking of reviews, I'm going to look at I'm going to read some reviews and try to figure out why this game did not do too well back when it came out. I find it kind of strange because this game is actually really fun. I haven't been frustrated with it at all, and I've been playing on medium difficulty. And after the Terminator shooter, or whatever it's called, I will be moving on to Haunting Ground, and we'll see what's next after that. I'm really looking forward to Haunting Grounds. I have been itching to stream that game for quite a while. In fact, depending how interesting the Terminator shooter that's next, we may just cut that short and just leave it for another intermission. And just move on to Haunting Ground. I played the first 30 minutes of Haunting Ground several weeks ago, and it's great. Just a good game. Which is kind of strange because maybe I just wasn't able to get in the dot hack that I tried streaming a month ago, but maybe I'm just not used to those types of games, but it didn't quite resonate with me as well as these games are resonating with me. I should definitely try Silent Hill as well. Silent Hill is one of those classics that I never got around to. Even though I had a PlayStation in the 90s, my interest was else in Pokemon and Transformers back during those days, specifically Beast Wars. Moving on to Beast Machines, I don't think I got into Transformers until a little bit later. Anyway, thank you for watching, and this will go up on YouTube. I think this is the week where I will be transitioning to my streaming channel instead of using my general channel, so I will be listing that channel. But for now, it's just going to be posted. I guess kind of in a clandestine manner, and I do intend on transferring everything, all the videos I have. From my main channel onto the new streaming channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to delete them from my old channel. I don't really see a purpose. That channel is kind of honestly a mess of old playlists and a bunch of varying interests, and it hasn't been organized. I think I started that channel back in 2009 for my own personal use because I don't know what happened to my 2006 channel. And I actually don't think that channel was ever transitioned, that particular channel was ever transitioned to a to a Google account. I should actually probably check that. This was that channel. I think was started back in I want to say probably 2008. So I think it's before Google completely absorbed it. I can't even remember the email accounts I had on there. It may have been an old email account, my old AOL account. Anyway, I think I've shared all pertinent knowledge. The future, I'm going to keep working on my. I'm going to keep working on the page to make it more pretty, organize it, and maybe condense it because I feel that there's a lot of tabs. I don't like when there's a lot of tabs. I don't like when there's just a long page of stuff. I feel like everything should be neat and prim, but I don't think I'm using Twitch to its fullest extent. Anyway, see you Wednesday. I don't usually stream outside of those days, so most likely I will be streaming again on Wednesday. Stream starting around 8 p.m. hopefully. If starting before that, it's going to start with a brief reading session. I'm probably not going to go above 15 minutes. I would love to go half an hour, but I don't think my mouth can my throat can actually last that long. I think I speak a little bit faster than I need to, which is part of the problem. Because sometimes I start trying to speak aloud as quickly as I'm reading, and that doesn't always work out. Anyway, see you Wednesday. Thank you for watching.